the first thing I want to do in this stream is actually react to Bleacher Report's top 20 players for the 2024 NBA season. This shit came out like 5 days ago, and I'm honestly surprised it did not get more traction. I ain't gonna lie. I'm honestly surprised people aren't talking about it as much. But here we are. Let me go ahead and switch screens. Excuse me. But this is Bleacher Report's top 20 list. Honestly, I just saw this headline right here, put in my topics chat. So this is a blind reaction. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and read the list and see how good or bad it is. Number 1, Nikola Jokic. Number 2, Giannis. Number 3, Luka. Number 4, Joel Embiid. Number 5, Jason Tatum. Number 6, Stephen Curry. Number 7, LeBron. Number 8, KD. Number 9, D-Book. Number 10, AD. Number 11, Shea. Number 12, Jimmy Butler. Number 13, Kawhi. Number 14, Damian Lillard. Number 15, Ant. And then Jamal, De'Aaron, Paul George, Jalen Brown, and Donovan Mitchell. Now, I'm just going to assume that these have some projections accounted for within the list. I'm gonna just make that assumption right now, because I feel like if it was just the top 20 players in the NBA, it would primarily be based off of last season, and this list would look different. But I think the verbiage of for the 2023-2024 season takes into account how motherfuckers were playing last season and how they're projected to play this season. With that being said, I don't want to be on this tip, but I'll be on this tip. This is more proof that Joel Embiid is overrated, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Joel Embiid at 4 to me, I see it because in the regular season, Joel Embiid's a monster. But he's a playoff dropper. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. He's a playoff dropper. And I think playoff performance to me matters a lot in these conversations, because I feel like when it comes to the top 10 players in the league, they're all gonna be phenomenal regular season players, phenomenal. But when it comes to these discussions, I'm just keeping it a bean. How you play in the playoffs matter. Your skill set and how it translates to high level situations, that shit matters. And I see Joel Embiid fold too much. I'm sorry. I also take into consideration personally injuries. Me personally. I think I am the believer of availability is the best ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer that the better player is the player that'll play more games, that is more reliable, that'll allow you to build continuity as a team, that will allow you to build chemistry as a team. So in discussions like, I don't know, Damian Lillard versus Kyrie Irving a couple years ago, I was on Team Dame just off of the fact that maybe skill-wise, pound for pound, the stats point to Kyrie being a better player, but the gap is not big enough to take over the reliability and the health gap. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different now because Dame's been injured recently a lot, but you know what I'm saying? I think with Joel Embiid, it's those same discussions. And specifically this conversation right here. For the last 3 years, Joel Embiid has been better in the regular season. But how many times do we need to see Joel Embiid get bitched in the playoffs by Jason Tatum to just say that Jason Tatum is a better player? Especially at this point with Jason Tatum being phenomenal in the regular season, leading his team to deep playoff runs as well. You know what I'm saying? Being a high seed in the regular season, leading his team to great seedings going into the playoffs, and how he performs in the playoffs compared to Joel Embiid. At some point, when do we look at Jason Tatum and just say he's better than Joel Embiid, bro? I don't know what to tell you. You know. Also, Joel Embiid over Steph Curry's crazy. I don't know what to tell you. That's insane. With that being said, I do like Tatum over KD. Let's see. I don't even want to explain why Steph Curry's better than Joel Embiid. I guess all I gotta say is the playmaking gap is just ginormous, and I don't know, man. In my opinion, Joel Embiid's defense is a bit overrated. Not saying he's a bad defender, but this idea that he's just a two-way monster, I think is extremely overblown. What else? I don't think Jimmy Butler is better than Kawhi and Dame. I'm not tripping over the ranking like crazy. But Kawhi and Dame, in my opinion, they're just better players than Jimmy Butler. If you want to take into account injuries, and that's fine. But I'm still taking Kawhi and Dame over Jimmy Butler going into next season. And then Jalen Brown at 19. You know what I'm saying? I was of the believer that, Jalen Brown, there's an argument he's not even top 30. And honestly, I do still think there is. There's a lot of players. Like, if we just expanded this to top 40, I'm telling you right now, the names from 21 to 35, we could have a discussion if Jalen Brown is better than those dudes. And vice versa, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jalen Brown has an argument against a lot of those dudes as well. So 19, I'm not really tripping over. Personally, I'd probably have him lower. But again, if we're accounting into projections, which I do think Jalen Brown is going to be better next season, I do think he sees the left-handed comments. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those things, it's just too hard to ignore. So I do think those weaknesses in this game, those will be fixed. And 19, if anything, considering that, might be even a little bit on the low side. I ain't gonna lie. But let's see what the quote retweets are saying, man. I don't know what to tell you. Steph Curry is so clearly a top 3 player, and Kawhi Leonard is a top 5 player. The two most disrespected players in the NBA. I have Curry right behind Jokic. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I vividly remember in the playoffs, like at some point, we were having all these discussions about best in the world. Like, who the fuck is the best in the world? At some point in the first round, the toss-up was between Jokic, Giannis, Steph Curry, I'd say Luka, and Joel Embiid, because this is pre-playoffs and what Joel Embiid was going to do in the playoffs. After we seen Joel Embiid fold, he was out. Luka, in my opinion, is still in the conversation, but the fact that he didn't even make the play-in is really rubbing people the wrong way. The way Giannis folded, that was still crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that was still kind of crazy. His flaws in the playoffs are still things that hinder the success of the Milwaukee Bucks. So that was also a thing. Giannis is still a great player, but he has some flaws, and when they get exposed, it's extremely glaring, and they've been exposed a lot over the last couple of years. Steph Curry and Nikola Jokic were, to me, the last two standing within that conversation. Especially after Steph Curry played the way that he did against the Kings and dropped 50 in Game 7. Yeah. At that point, for a lot of people, it was a two-man race. But then Steph Curry he did slow down against the Lakers series, so, that was a thing as well. But, in my opinion, Steph Curry at the lowest is 4. Steph Curry at the lowest is 4, and at the highest is 2. I think Jokic right now is just the clear number 1 best in the world player right now. But all in all, also, I don't know where Trae Young is. I think this is more proof that Trae Young is one of the more underrated players in the league at this point. But all in all, I think the list it's cool. I'm going to give it a solid, can't even say solid. I'm going to give it a 6. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to give it a 6 or 7. Give it a 6 or 7. With projections in mind, it might even go to a 7, 7.5, but it's cool. I just see a lot of glaring issues with this list. I ain't gonna lie, like big glaring issues. Let's see. Let's see what else the replies are saying. Tatum over Curry. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. As a Jason Tatum stan at this point, Tatum over Curry is still crazy. Until proven otherwise, Tatum is not better than Steph Curry. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Shea fans going crazy at 11, but all I'm gonna say is relax. Y'all gotta relax, man. This is like the first year he's even in consideration to being a top 10 player. Let's give it another year, man. Damn. Don't blame people for not wanting to jump the gun so fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even doubting it because I feel like Shea is gonna end next season as a bona fide top 10 player in the league. But just damn, relax. Are y'all having the best in the world conversation right now? The world champs? Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Let's see. Solid. Steph defeated Luka, Jokic, and Tatum en route to a title, but those guys are better. Hey, that was the year prior, though. I will say that. Mitchell at 20 is disrespectful. I agree. Donovan Mitchell at 20 is disrespectful as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I understand he wasn't the best against the Knicks, but he had a phenomenal regular season. And for that one playoff run to just tank him this much, and that not matter for other players, it's crazy. It's fucking insane. Let's see. Let's go to the quote retweets. Hopefully there's not any porn, right? Tatum at nah, what the fuck is that? Ain't no way, bro. Hey, listen, man, y'all wanna keep avoiding it, but Jason Tatum, he's gonna be in those top 5 talks. He's been in those top 5 talks, but it's fine, man. It's fine. It's cool, man. It's cool. You know, dude took a playmaking leap this past season. Already one of the best scorers in the game, becoming a two-way monster, low key. It's cool though. It's cool. We don't want to have these discussions though. We don't want to have these discussions. I still feel like I'm in the prime of my career. KD is the only motherfucker in the league that could do this in the season and be ignored. KD becomes the first player to average 55, 40, 90. But I think that's because he barely played this fucking season, bro. $55. Well, he did it. He did it in 2023. No, I'm bugging. I thought these were 3 seasons. Did he do it? No, he was 2% off from the free throw line. So, yeah, he did do it this season. But 47 games is weak sauce, bro. That is way too close to hitting 50% on games played. That's not enough, man. That's not enough. I ain't gonna lie. That's not enough. Because if he played a full 82, this is also too close to just being like 39 out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not big enough sample size. And even if we look at the 39 game, like you can see it right here, we're shooting 38%. It's just these 8 games where he shot 54% apparently brought up the average like crazy. But relax, bro. Relax. Let's see. Jalen Green. Chat, who do y'all think is the one player that's really going to take a leap this season? Like, really, really take a leap and be in consideration for, like, top 15? Because I think last season, that was Shea for a lot of people. That was Shea for a lot of people. But I think there's always a couple players every single year that just take a certain leap that is, like, crazy. And now all of a sudden, we're talking about this dude and comparing him to the likes of players that we're just not used to comparing him. I know Ant is a very, very popular pick for people. Extremely popular pick for people. Because he has a lot of hype right now. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he has a lot of hype right now. Let's see. Tyrese is getting a lot of hype as well. Shout out to Tyrese because he went from going to Sacramento before they got popping and then to Indiana. But Tyrese looks like he's one of those players that just got hella pull within NBA circles. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's just the media I'm seeing. Maybe it's the bias of me playing team up with him before. But I swear to God, Tyrese Halliburton got pull in these NBA circles. Like pull, bruh. Who is my pick? I think Ant's a good pick. Ant's a good pick. Who was the other? I think someone mentioned it in the chat. Hold on. Jalen Brown. I can kind of see that too. Cade is a hot take. Cade is a hot take because y'all are expecting him to have a crazy season then. I think he's gonna have a great season, but I don't know about top 15. I don't know about top 15. Oh, maybe he already is. Was he on this list? Damn, Ja Morant was not on this list. I think Ja Morant is gonna have a bounce back season, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think Ja Morant is gonna have a bounce back season. Really remind people who the fuck Ja Morant is. And I think he's gonna reinsert himself in those top 15 conversations. I think Zion suspended for 20. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I think Zion again. To me with Zion, man, when he is on the court, one of the most effective players in the fucking game. Even when he was overweight going into the league or like in the bubble. Hey man, I'm telling you, that dude's athleticism is just a different fucking beast. Different fucking beast. I think Zion, if he's healthy, he's always in contention to just rank up these rankings like crazy. But it's the fact that I think Zion too is one of those players where like availability by default just tanks his stock down. Which is why I personally feel like within these rankings, availability should matter because it matters for players like Zion. Why not with other players? You know what I'm saying? Also, a lot of people are turning on Brandon Ingram because of these fucking FIBA games. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax, man. Chill. Chill on BI, man. Chill on BI. It's FIBA. It's FIBA.